Hello and welcome to Dario's Comic School, and today we will again take a look at the Beseitiger because I found a lot of my pages or Photoshop files, and I wanted to go into making a 4-page comic, but some of the things I've done had, of course, precursors, and here you can see um, I tried a lot of digital stuff. As you can see, this is just, let me show you, my Sin City Marv in this small German town. And as you can see, layers upon layers, um, I kind of sculpted this. This is not drawing, this is sculpting. And as you can see, here I have a very broad silhouette, and then I get a better silhouette, and then I get a better, how do you call it, where you put in your junk. This is what they look like in Germany, and this is a church right here where I live. And then as you can see, I put in some whites, and I'm just trying to get it right. And I was already pre-planning, as you can see, page number 1, big splash page, page number 2, what happens. And some of these panels are pretty ugly. You can see nothing, but again, here Klaus getting to, let me see what it's called. Again, if you want to check out my comics, check out here on Tapas. If you want to sign up for my Indiegogo campaign, it's here in the link down below, and for my Patreon. So, English, so the dustbin. Well, it's not that. Trash can. Do you call it the trash can? But a big trash can. Okay. So I'm just, as you can see, pages pre-planned. Later, when I did my first webcomic, which we will come to, this is where this came in, where I layouted a story. Like, this is called Essen bei Mutter, which will show the intro, Klaus like in the city. Then we see Klaus at his work, just night coming, and then he's eating at his mother's. And as you can see, I have cut out some of the scenes which I want to have, and putting them where I want or need them, so we can characterize. And you can see, like, this is his mom, and then there's some pictures on the wall, and then some deer. Like, these are, I don't know, German hillbillies maybe, but not in an insulting way, like kind of tradition, or kind of like, this is the guy I want to paint. um and he's like this huge creature, and his mother is like small. And yeah, like, this was the story, and I was pre-planning. Then Klaus goes to the gym, as you can see, something like a Sin City silhouette. He's pulling down the lead bar, and we can see how much I got here. As you can see, I put in here the pages where he is training and where he's showering, and this is pretty much all I got here. But again, a bit more refined here. He's working out, then he's like working out some more, and then he's showering. All this is like to build up the character without saying a word. And then in the winter, like, I was following a similar routine, and then he comes out of the gym, and you can see Jim, and it's windy, it's cold. The city reflects definitely the alienation he has. Long streets of a small town, pretty much nothing going on. The feeling here is despair, being lost, being in scarcity mindset, like pretty much a grim, dark world. And already here he sees some shady people, maybe someone following him. I don't know. Like in a movie, in a comic, you can take scenes and move them around a bit. And yeah, then this was, I don't know who this guy was. And as you can see, I was very methodical, laying out page 1 to 5, page 6 to 10. And then he goes to Rosie's and he goes with his gym bag up the stairs, and already outside the motorcycle killer who wants to do his job, and then a lot of talking inside, and he playing at this place like how do you say, like let's say Glücksspiel English, gambling, like he gambling at the automat, and all these scenes building up tension and building up, like, he doesn't have the money, he doesn't have, his life is pretty empty, pretty dull. There is the bar dame, or the girl which he is in love, but it's a bit complicated, and all that definitely builds up to where the story is then going. Here, page 11 to 15, where he meets somebody at the bar. Then here again, you can see like a lot of work which hasn't seen the light of the day, but I'm reading this book and it's called Atomic Habits, and the more you practice something, the more automatic it gets, and by doing you get better. And as you can see, I don't know where he's going. If he's going to the toilet, here you get a bit of the Arnold face. Here in the front you can see this type I called Sergio, which may be a bit like Sorgio, which is an Italian, a rat. And this guy has money and he has the connections, and he wants Klaus to sit down. As you can see here, Klaus like just walking by, and Sergio asks this guy, and Klaus like pretty impressive figure, and then he sits down and they talk, and yeah, all planned out, didn't see really the light of the day. But in the next video, I will show you my 4-page comics, and keeping your stories short at the beginning will give you the practice you need to build up longer stories, to have the stamina, to create the story beats, and maybe to follow through with the drawings or with the workload, with the sheer workload. But as you can see, like, there was already some sensibility for the story. Like they talk, it's not huge text boxes, they talk. We see the location here, they sit at a table, then this guy says nothing, just holding a cigarette, then putting the cigarette out, like beautiful beats, and then he asks, do you need a job? Because he knows him from before he went to jail. A beat, Klaus says nothing, and then Klaus says, thank you, I already got a job. And then he says, I have to take a leak, and then he goes. And that's, I guess, when number 14 is empty. Number 14, I guess, is when he's at a toilet, and the motorrad killer, or the motorcycle killer, enters the bar to rob the mafia guys. And then after that, after Klaus comes out of the toilet, here, this is like how he grabs her, like hulking figure. As you can see, pretty rough layouts, all done with bull, how do you call it? Let me see. Kugelschreiber. Ball, ballpoint pen. All done with a ballpoint pen. And just to get my ideas on the paper, what I was thinking of, because this is how I write. I wasn't writing down a script. I was writing down the movie I saw in my mind. I was writing down on the paper. He comes out of the toilet. He grabs her. He pulls her close, like he already knows her. This is not a creep move. He already owns her or owned her. And then they talk, and he says, "Come to me," and she says, "No, I can't. My son is with me tonight. I have to take care after the shift," and pretty much a bit Rocky style. And then she wants him, but she can't or don't know. Like there are problems. They cannot meet up. And as you can see, here I was already building the frames for separating. Um, I mean, I had planned this out pretty good. I didn't follow through because at that time, I guess it was too big. And the second problem and the takeaway you can take, I had a bit of money on the side, but I was staying at my mother's place. And as I was running low on money, I was saving up the money and I didn't do nothing, like didn't go out. All my friends were gone. They moved out of the small town I was studying for the past 3 years in 2013 or 14. As you can see, this is December of 2013. So pretty much everybody I knew was kind of gone. Some stayed here, but I was already 29, an age where maybe you should have maybe already have a job or something like this. I mean, I had a job at the movies, but I did quit it to pursue this. And then, as you can see, the motorcycle killer got the bag. Somehow he takes a look in it. Oh, here I got I kind of did it that Klaus had his gym bag, and he swapped it with a money bag. And so yeah, don't really know what's going on. And then here we got the battle between the motorcycle guy and Klaus. Like, this is a great panel, and then he gets him from down below and he smashes him against the wall, and he gives him the elbow from above. Like, pretty cool layouts. And he smashes he smashes the helmet in. This is like raw power versus finesse, and Klaus kind of has no other choice as to beat the hell out of this motorcycle guy. And this is where you can see the helm is already cracked open, and then maybe Klaus hesitates for a second, but then I mean, maybe he's calculating what he's doing, what are his options, like slay this guy, take the money, and try to run somewhere with the mafia money. And that's what he then does. I mean, this is a crime noir. As you can see, he takes something something heavy, and he just smashes the guy, and pretty violent. I don't know if I would put this out today, but yeah, at that time I was pretty much into that gangster stuff and violent stuff. And yeah, and here we get some more layouts. These are not with a ballpoint pen. These are now with pencils. And as you can see, Sergio got a few bullets in his face. Here, another guy just laying around. The motorcycle killer checking out the place, taking a look left, right, seeing the bag, Klaus's bag with the gym clothes, but he thinks maybe that this is the money bag. And here we got like the toilets. So, you know, he has to go here, and Klaus is behind those toilets with his Rosie or Nikki, or how did I call her? And yeah, I'm showing you this because it's maybe like interesting. Again, here we have where Klaus is taking a piss, and I think it's a great panel because it's like a very wide shot. You get his huge strong ass pissing here down this toilet and a few toilets down here, and he zips it up he washes his hands, and then the motorcycle killer enters. And I think we have also a scene where the mafia guy grabs Nikki. This is the girl who works at the bar, which Klaus is into. So we add some drama. I guess the idea was that Sergio grabs Nikki and sacrifices her, like so he doesn't die, so he can give a shot. Like here he is flirting with her, and she knows she wants to go home with Klaus, and then Sergio question mark the motorcycle killer enters exclamation marks. He knows what's up. He grabs Nikki and from here, from the visor of the motorcycle killer, we see Sergio, but he pulls Nikki in front of him. And so a big tough guy gets sacrificed, Sergio gets sacrificed, but as you can see here, he had Nikki in front of him, so she catches most of the bullets. Sergio flips behind the counter and maybe gets a shot or two. Definitely he drips Klaus, exclamation mark, what's going on out there. And then the Ingram clicks, he changes it up. Sergio grabs his gun. And yeah, pretty cool layouts. And I don't know what happens here, but I guess this was the same. And looks for the bag. Let me close this one, and then this was my last one, just shots from the city. And yeah, a bunch of stuff that didn't see the light of the day. Again, I hope I'm not boring you, but I think this is an important video because, like, you can see a lot of trying to lay out stuff, to pushing, to making the dream come true, to putting out great stories out there, not just for my entertainment, but also for like the audience, the patrons, the, you know what here, Klaus, like you see here, the city, the small town. This is an Asian place. I mean, I took pretty much the city I lived in, with an Asian place and then a small church and a lot of small town buildings, and then this garbage bins, and then we see the garbage truck and then Klaus on the outside, and already impressive. And I could end it here, but let me show you a few ink and brush style. You see, this is like my references. This is what I wanted to go for. This style, black and white. As you can see, a lot of Sin City. I don't have to go through these, just that you know I have them, and this is what I saved up. This would have been my fallback, my um here I guess this is Torpedo from Jordi Bernat, and like this is the mood I wanted, and a lot of Mignola, Darwin Cook, I guess Bruce Timm too, and here I had some Frank Miller sketches, and yeah, that's how I wanted to do it. Let me check how much time we're already recording. Can I see it? 80-minute mark. So yeah, I wanted to keep it short, but yeah, this is what it is. As you can see, all the black and white stuff here. Parker, I got Parker. It's decent. It's not as good as I thought. And then here, definitely the heart. We went through the heart of the story. Then I had something scans like the mind, which you can see is just maybe we've seen this already, but a lot of drawings, a lot of we've gone through these, but we've not gone through the body. And as you can see, this is like pretty much my sketches, planning, constructing the story with this ballpoint pen. This is how I write scripts. Pretty much like in these panels. In these panels, you can see the script, I'm scratching out stuff, I'm redoing things. And I know you're looking, if you're still here, you're looking just at a bunch of rough layouts, but this is my script. This is how I write. This is how I was constructing the story. I got the pictures out of my mind onto these pages, and this is like the end when Klaus beats this guy, and then we see from above everybody dead and just blood everywhere. Fade out, chapter 1. I mean, I get goosebumps because like this is great. This is yeah. And then here I was writing down things. Well, I guess some writing, but only to plan what happens, like what we see and what we don't see. Let's check out the final sketches, what we got here. And I guess, well, yes, some of the sketches definitely made it into my planning. And this scene down here where he takes a piss, great scene. This is a page turn, definitely. He goes to the he goes to take a piss. He talks with her. He wants her. They want each other, but some things she can't because he enters. And then on the next page we got this, and pretty cool. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I do this story one day. But definitely a lot of planning. I wanted to share this with you. I had written a few years ago a bunch of stuff. Here you can see different motorcycles. I already got um, this is the church. The girl he wants to escape with. Some cars. I hate it when there's always like so cool cars in, like, I mean, gangsters just drive maybe used cars or crappy cars. So I had laid out this like BMW and some pretty, like, this one's a bit better, but how cool is it if Klaus would have tried to escape with this shitty car, and then this car behind him, and Carlitos Way you have seen. And yeah, I took a lot of inspiration probably also from all the movies I've seen, and you can see Carlitos Way, the bar. So definitely a lot of inspirations there, and pretty normal cars because I wanted to be grounded, just to be grounded in reality, or make it like um, as believable as I could. And here an expose from 2019, and yeah, and then I would have planned different stories, like similar to Sin City, which is pretty cool. So another video on the Beseitiger, but I think this might be important for you. So see you until the next video.